In this video, I'm going to be addressing the Intel Dell issue with a processor that is seemingly stuck at under 1 gigahertz in speed when it's obviously a much faster processor. Like this one here is a 7th gen i3 Inspiron 15 3000 series. So here's the beginning of it. Once you turn it on, you may see that it's just slow, and you think it's like ridiculously slow, far more slow than can be reasonably expected from in middle of the road processor like this that's a few years old. It should be way faster, especially when it's got an SSD drive in it. So one thing to look for is when you turn it on and you have your charger and it says a nag screen or a pop-up screen like this. It's hard to see, but basically what it says is that the battery may not charge because of the charger. It does not know, the computer does not know what kind of charger actually is on it. Anyway, so a lot of times what people do, they'll hit the where it says this warning can be disabled in the BIOS. A lot of times, just to boot quicker, they'll just disable it. So assuming they did, you wouldn't even know that there was an issue with the charger. So I'm going to hit continue and show you why this happens. When I first came across this, I Googled it. This is a few years back. And the one thing that kept popping up as an accepted solution was something called Intel SpeedStep, which apparently is kind of the same thing as people when they have these cars that shuts off 2 cylinders when it's not needed to save gas. Same kind of thing. The processor adjusts itself speed-wise as needed. So a lot of times we'll be working on a computer and wonder why in the world is it absolutely slow when it should not be this slow. You'll even hear the sound being really choppy because it just can't move fast enough. Anyway, we're at this brand new install of Windows 10, and if I hit Control-Alt-Delete and I go to the task manager, there's nothing running. Okay, sorry, it's hard to see. No running apps. So then I click on more details right here, and it gives me all these other things that I can look at. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the performance tab, which is the second one over, and you'll notice that this is a 2.4 gigahertz processor, and look where it's running, 0.68, 0.72. Makes no sense, right? Well, I can tell you why this is happening. So, I'm going to turn the computer off. And I've seen the Intel SpeedStep thing cause issues, and also adjusting it in the BIOS, I've seen it fix issues to where it kind of works better. But this is the simplest explanation as to why this happens. Here, I have a brand new, and I should point out this is not a Dell branded charger, but it's the right wattage. 65 watts, I think is what it needs. But if you're using, like on my desk, I have a charger that at least powers this up for use, and it's been eaten up by a dog, and it's an HP charger at that. So I just bought a bunch of these for a job I have coming up. So I'll plug this in to the computer, and not only should this change everything, but I shouldn't get the nag screen where it says it can't figure out the wattage of the adapter. So let's turn it on. See if it gets past that adapter screen. And it did. And see how quick compared to before, it's several times faster. I mean, it's just boom, boom, boom. So now if I Control Delete, hit Task Manager, and go to Performance, you'll see the 2.4 gig processor is now running at 2.39, full speed ahead. That's why. You can go all over the place looking for reasons, but when it comes down to it, it is because of the charger. All right, well, that's all. And remember, you don't have to buy a Dell charger. It can be an aftermarket as long as it is the wattage that it specifies that it needs, 65 watts, 45 watts. You know, as a rule of thumb, whenever I buy a Dell charger, I always buy 65 watts because that way it's good to go no matter what. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, just feel free to hit the like and subscribe if you like, and more videos are to come. Thank you. Have a great day.